the morning of May 31st, 2026. And so I'm going to try to keep my voice down. Hopefully I don't get very excited. Oh, but let me show you my rocks that I painted today. That's it. Just wanted to share that with you. All right. So let's get started on the reading. And remember, tarot cannot tell you the future. It can only read the energy at this time. Okay? Your choices are still yours. You are still the expert of your life. I got that from my niece's therapist. And you decide whether or not this resonates with you. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. And if it does, stay here for the message. Maybe you can take something from it. All right? So let's get started. The cards have been pre-shuffled and all that jazz. I hope we have a good time, and I hope you come back to... Ooh. All right. Apology fell out. Decision tried to come out, but I didn't let it. Let's see what we have here. So to start, the person crushing on you is somebody who wants to apologize. Retreat, soulmate, protected, and passion. Okay, this person is someone that you know. Do you know them? No, you may not know them. But they may have very intense feelings for you. It may come to them like they may see you as a potential soulmate. They have very passionate, deep... Now, what's apology about? We're going to get some info on that. They definitely have some very deep feelings here. Apology, retreat, soulmate, protected, and passion. Wow. That's a lot. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some intuitive messages. Let's see. The apology is going to come from the heart, but are they really sorry? They haven't decided if they're really sorry yet. Retreat. This one's about you. They're running away. They know they need to apologize and they're just running away. Or maybe you're running away. Maybe you're running from the apology. Yeah, the soulmate card feels very real to them. They feel like this is something that is meant to be. But they haven't... Have they taken any action? Whatever action they've taken, you're being protected from it? I wonder why. And we're just taking a peek right now. We're not even getting into the nitty-gritty of it. We're just taking a little peek, a little look-see. Okay, protection is here twice. Oh. The Emperor on soulmate. Sarki, that is the Emperor in this deck. So, wait, let me just quickly tell you about this deck. This is an oracle deck called the Cannabis. Am I even holding this right? This is the deck. It's 78 cards, and it kind of follows the same as tarot, but the oracle cards are all a little different. The major arcanas are the same, though. They have different names, but they're the same. So that's so interesting. Right, this is the Fool. And Alchemy. We have choices at the bottom. Future love letter. Oh, so maybe this apology is going to come via a letter. They're going to write you something. So remember when I said maybe you're running from the apology? You're being protected from it. Maybe the divine, the great diviner, Orun Mila, is instructing them to apologize and maybe they're running from it and you're being protected from that. Now soulmate and stability came out together. That's very interesting. So of course we know that Sarki is Aries, and then we have the Fool and protected. So maybe you're on a journey of self-discovery. You're doing new things, you're trying new things, and the fact that protected is here twice is very interesting. And then we have passion, alchemy, and choices. Okay, so remember the beginning of this, I said you still get to choose. You are the expert of your life. Whatever. Is this someone you know? Let me just... Oh, denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. Oh, the cards, it flew out and it's like on the floor. Boundaries, leap of faith. Okay. That denial card, okay. This may be someone that may not have had good intentions when they first came into your life. But do you know them? It's not clear. Well, I feel like if boundaries are here, you must know them to a certain degree. Maybe you met them like at the bank or something. Maybe it was a passing, and you met them in passing. You don't have any, you don't know them like that to know, to like, but it's saying leap of faith. Maybe they're going to make a leap of faith and come towards you because they have all this pent-up passion. And you got to keep your boundaries strong so you can properly evaluate whether or not this person would be a good match. All right, let's get into the main spread now. We'll leave these up here. We'll leave those up here. I just want to give a quick shuffle to this. That's so interesting. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Who's crushing on you and why? Ooh. Who's crushing on you and why? I always like to shuffle on camera as well. I find that the energy may be received better. I don't know why. This one is, I'll leave it here. Let's see what we get. Food meditation. Oh, you could have, this could be someone you talk to food. You talk to about food regularly. I can. So like when I think about this card, I think about taking care of your body so that you're able to have enough energy to accomplish things. So like eating properly, exercising, showing up for yourself, you know. Let's see. Ooh. Equalizer, highest self. So this retreat in highest self, you may not have met this person yet. They may be aware of you, but I don't think you're aware of them. Oshun, justice. And Orisha has come out. Interesting. I kind of see her as like, kind of like the Queen of Swords. This person is aware of you, but you may not be aware of them. Protected. Unconditional love. They may be looking for someone to pour into, and you might appear to be a good fit for that. Because unconditional love and the blueprint is here under protected. Passion, truth. Okay. So, truth aura. Okay. Let me move this out the way. We're going to get some clarity on these things. So, let me just flip this over and see what they're talking about. Omo Oloran Singh. Now, you know what's interesting? We do have 2 cards that can symbolize, well, 3. I'll include that one that can symbolize, well, 4. I'll include it. That can symbolize emotion. But right now, you're coming out as the Queen of Swords. You're coming out as the Queen of Swords. You might have met them if you did anything, like if maybe you had some kind of legal proceedings, like a court hearing or something like that, or maybe you got a traffic stop, something that may... This is a weird one, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get more info. Let's get some clarifiers. Why food meditation? Why I can? Maybe you need to feel more capable. Sometimes I fight with modern, with this deck. Oh, see what I mean? I've had it for so long and it's such a great deck. I'm not taking those. Let's do the old-fashioned shuffle. Let's see if we can get something done with that. Yeah, there we go. Why food meditation? Okay, exactly like I said. Overcoming obstacles. There's like small petty things, but you can treat it by being hopeful, maintaining a positive mindset, and treating your body well. Walking, eating, exercising, eating well. Make sure you get all your food groups, you know, protein, fiber, carbs. You know, they say the best diet is the Mediterranean diet, which is like high in legumes and things like that. So a variety of foods to keep you... Why retreat and highest self? Okay. This, and the bottom of the deck is judgment. This is an energy of self-exploration, forced self-exploration. You might be in a, might be under the tutelage of, is that the right word, tutelage? You might be getting tutoring for something or learning a new craft. And this is pushing you forward, because the tower isn't necessarily like, it's usually unwanted change, but the tower is also someone who, it's also situations where it, because it is associated with Mars, it's associated with action, where in order to move out of an energy or into an energy, you have to take action, you have to do something. You know, some things in life you can just sit back and wait for it to come, and other things where you need to move. And this seems to be one of those things where in order to reach your highest potential, get your higher self, you got to take some action. You got to learn a new skill or sharpen the skills you already have, you know. Why Justice? King of Swords, that's crazy. King of Swords and the Moon. So it may be a Libra, right? Or any of the air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, seeing you as a soulmate. But there's an illusion here. There's something that's not quite clear, not quite at the surface. It could even be a Pisces person. Oh, we already have Aquarius on the deck as well. The truth of this person is not a soulmate. They may see you that way, but the cards aren't aligned with that. The cards aren't aligned with that. Why unconditional love blueprint? Yeah, those two things go together. That makes sense. The Queen of Pentacles in the World. So this is someone, this is a timing thing. You're being protected because the timing isn't right. And you're someone who's very caring, kind, loving, compassionate. You're coming up as the Queen of Swords. I mean, sorry, the Queen of Pentacles. But the Queen of Swords is out here as almost... I think the Queen of Swords might be going with that protection. What could also be keeping you safe is the kindness that you show. The generosity. You know, they say the Queen of Pentacles is the best host, right? So she's welcoming, she's warm, she attends to all your needs, and then she sits back and let everyone enjoy the party until the next guests arrive, and then she goes and does the same for them, and that fulfills her. But she also gets time to sit and rest, right? So it's just a very much just a very like loving energy, and that makes sense with unconditional love and the world. Now, Saturn is a teacher, right? Saturn does require us to grind and create a routine and stick to that routine. It requires structure, right? Um, but this is good structure. This is structure that's healing, that's loving, that's pulling up our energy so we can vibrate on a higher level, right? White truth, Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups. Wowie, wow, wow. So this person crushing on you, they want to come and talk to you. They want to tell you things, especially with the moon here as well. They want to tell you something. Maybe they want to offer a cup, of course, a cup of love, but it's not just a cup. It's also a conversation because there's something that needs to be divulged, something that needs to be shared between you and this person. And they feel like if they come to you and they tell you the truth, right? If they come to you and they give this message, they can, or explain themselves or tell their story, whatever they need to do, they can get the Ten of Cups with you. They're trying to create a happy ending and possibly even close a cycle with you, right? Why this one? Omo Oloran Singh. Oh, shuffle that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, collective, you're working on your Nine of Pentacles. Who's crushing on the collective? Themselves. You're working on your Nine of Pentacles. You're trying to get to your Ten of Pentacles. You're trying to create that for you. Okay? You're, as the kids say, getting to the bag. And this person, this Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, or Libra is quietly sitting in the back, or Aries, is quietly sitting in the back, just watching everything play out, waiting for the perfect time. This is why the world is here as well. It's timing, waiting for the perfect time to come and let you know how they feel. That's very sweet. That's very, very sweet. Let me ask, should the collective do anything? Do you need to do anything? Should the collective do anything? Do you need to do anything? Nope. Nope. You are already on a journey to self. You're already forging forwards, trying to cultivate something for yourself. Just keep being happy. Keep trudging along. Every day, take a little bit, make a little bit of steps to get to your final destination. Oh, excuse me, my tummy. To get to your final destination. And see, Libra's here again. Let the divine, let the universe balance the scales. Let them balance the scales. Oh, you know what I just heard? Okay, so I was asking about this higher self. This person is running from... They're running from the consequences of their actions. Because initially I was talking about, this is maybe about you, but this part is about them. That retreat is about them. They're running from change. They may need to do some deep soul searching and change something about themselves before they come towards you, and they're not ready to do it yet. That's why they're waiting on this timing, but it's not it may not be the best option for them. But they are waiting. They're being patient. They're taking their time, you know. The Knight of Pentacles is always very patient. You know, what is that? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, right? Wow. What will they do? What will they do? Oh, different deck, but I'm still going to clarify. What will they do? Oh. Oh, hell no. This person is unhinged. person is trying to, well, they're definitely going to write you a letter. Maybe it'll come as a text or something. Maybe they'll mail you something. But they're trying to manifest you with sex magic and some other kind of enchantment. They're not they're not doing this the regular way at all. They're trying to get around all these obstacles. You see that retreat right there? Having to grow in order to come forward. They don't want to do that. Even though they may have recognized you as a possible soulmate, whatever they've done before to get, I was going to say get women, but get a partner, they can't do it with you because you're protected. And I don't even know if it's so much that you're protected or if it's just that the way you maneuver in the world is keeping you safe. Like just being kind, being loving, and being gentle overall. And so you have this gentle being coming in contact with, I don't know what this is. Sex magic is crazy. Or maybe they're just touching themselves to you. I mean, it is May 31st. It's after, did I say the time already on this? It's after 3 a.m. It might be that kind of night. It is the witching hour. They could be doing it right now thinking about you, which is kind of weird if you're being honest. If I'm being honest, that's kind of weird. But they're using it to manifest you. Or trying to. I don't know that it's gonna work. Because at the bottom of the deck we see Dan's portal let go. The universe wants them to just allow this thing to happen. I don't think it's a coincidence that Sing came out and Dan's portal is here. These two things definitely go together, right? Somebody has to make the music and somebody dances to the music, right? This is like a partnership too. This is very interesting. But you're off to the side doing your own thing. Bottom of the deck for Pentacles. This is stunted growth. This is refusal to change. This is like holding on to the status quo, to what they know, like not trying to expand out and grow and become better. What? And they're turning to this. That's crazy that they would turn to that. Okay. Let's see. What more can we get on this connection? Because this is... Who is crushing on you? Can we get more on the person crushing on them? Crushing on our collective? Oh, finances came out again. Maybe they're having trouble with money and that's why they're trying to call you in. Maybe because they see you in your Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you already have a lot and they see that you already have a lot and they're looking for, not necessarily, I keep hearing mooch, but I don't know if it's necessarily mooching on. But they definitely aren't coming in the most clean way. Like they definitely aren't. See what I'm saying? You see? That's why you're protected. Collective. They may be on your social media. They may feel like an intense magnetic attraction to you. But collective, they... You know what I do? See, spiritual awakening is in alignment with the world, the Queen of Pentacles, and protected. That might be for you. Maybe that's what is keeping you from interacting with them. That's wonderful that you're protective, collective, because this person, big yikes. And maybe that's what this is. They hit rock bottom. They hit rock bottom. Maybe they thought that they could use you. And the universe will not allow that to happen. They kept you away. They kept you. Now I want to talk more about this. Can we get more on the snakes so we can properly advise the collective? Because that's going to be the next pull. Oop, a card fell out. Ace of Cups. Whoever. King of Cups. Okay. Listen, they're going to come and try to talk to you. And maybe whatever words they use is going to be I was going to say enchanted, or the enchantment. Because you know, there's like people like put honey on their tongue to get people to sway to them. You don't even need to worry too much about it, because this is a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces coming towards you with the 8 of Cups. They're gonna come in like, oh, I want us to be together. I think you're gonna be the perfect person for me. I want us to develop something. I don't think there's any truth to that. At least not now. At least not while they're in this energy. Because look at how dark these 2 cards are, and look at that card. And that's you. Oop. 3 cards fell out. And I was gonna say it out loud, but I didn't say it yet. Already the Fool is back on the deck. Didn't this come out before? Under Addiction, we have the Hierophant, the 4 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. So they really, and initially, I don't read reversals, right? But initially, these were all in reverse. And it also says a Taurus is now on the board. An Earth sign in the play. I think Earth sign was there as already as well. And as I say that, the Page of Pentacles on there. This person, collective, they are coming in. They're coming with a lot of energy. They want you to think that they're stable, that they got a good foundation, that they might even say, hey, listen, we've known each other this long. Like, let's get married. Let's just throw caution to the wind. And this is a trap, because you're over here diddly-daddling, having a time of your life. Oh my gosh, I wanted this to be a key. And now they're talking about the Tower and Snake and Attic. Oh my gosh, it got real deep real fast. Damn. But collective, while you are protected, I would also say keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. There are too many things here that appear nice on the surface, and then when you dig a little deeper, it gets a bit nasty. So keep your wits about you. But this person is definitely going to present like they've got it together. They might even tell you, oh, I started going back to church. Like I'm really focused on my healing and getting better. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. They're coming heavy, like, oh, I'm healed. I'm a King of Cups. I love you. But don't forget, enchantment is here. Sex magic is here. You never know. Whatever they're trying to do might not actually be able to work, but it might slow you down. It might knock you a little bit off your kilter, because you're doing good things by yourself here. You're doing very good things by yourself. Let's get, oh, you know what? Let's get advice for you. And we're just going to pull for the advice 1 card from the middle of each pile that we use. So 4 of Cups, you're not missing anything. You ain't missing a thing. That's your advice. Do nothing. This is like, I always think of this card as like, oh, that card fell out. That's apathy. We have the Fool again. Remember, the Fool was on the bottom of this deck. Fry in this deck is the Fool, and Sarki, stability, is, and the Fool also says freedom. Sarki is the Emperor. Be the Emperor. The Emperor knows who he is. He knows what he's about. He knows what he's responsible for. He knows what he has to protect. I hate this word. He knows what he has to protect. He knows what he has to provide for. He knows what he has to keep balanced. The Emperor is all 4 kings wrapped in one. Wrapped in one person. Be the Emperor. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your heart at the center of how you move. You keep your energy and vibration high. And protect your coins. There's nothing wrong with being generous and giving, but don't do it to the expense where you've lost something, you know. And sometimes people will target you when you are a generous person. And with Rye, keep an open heart. Allow things to come in, because you know it could be 2 energies at play here, right? Because we did have a Knight and a King, but the King is coming in on some weird stuff. Or it could be switched. Since this person is using some kind of energy manipulation, it could be maybe sending messages that aren't quite right, because they're trying to confuse you so they can get at your pentacles. Keep your money protected, collective. Okay? I'm not even going to pull. And look at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers. You see what I'm saying? You see what? You got to be careful because as I say that, all of the cards fall out of my hand, and the only card to land on me, well, it's 2 cards that landed on me. And I'll take them. Release and regret. You see that? They regret letting go, and you are so free. Just, and this is supposed to be your advice. Just, maybe do you regret letting go, collective? If you do, don't. They do. They regret it, but don't. And you can release the energy. You can release it just by my brain just froze. You can release it. Wait, hold on. Let me get more messages from this. Hold on. Maybe I wasn't meant to pick up the regret. Maybe the release was the only one that landed in my lap for a reason, but I grabbed them both. So release with no regrets. Release it with no regrets. That's your advice. And I was supposed to pull from the middle of the deck, but the card just would not. It just wouldn't. It just flipped out of my hands. So let's see our last advice card from the middle of the deck. Look for signs and synchronicities. Storm warning. Look for signs and synchronicities. Okay? Because this person is using some kind of something else to try to get at what they want. They're not coming in honest and true. And if they are, it's a facade. At least for right now. Maybe they need more time to sort themselves out. But right now, it's a facade. How will you know? Let me just ask this. How will you know? I'll just pick one card. It's someone who you walked away from. It's someone who you walked away from. The Emperor is here again. So if it's an Emperor, if it's an Aries, if it's someone that or maybe they're telling you again to be the Emperor. See? Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. This is another sign for you to be the Emperor. Stick to your boundaries. Know who you are. Don't let anyone play in your face. Don't let anyone play in your face. How will you know who this person is? How will you know who this person is? And you had to walk away from them. It doesn't seem like you wanted to. They're very sad, this card. They're very sad to have to walk away, but social media is out again. Maybe you met this person on social media. Maybe you met them online dating. They play music. What does that say? What does that say? Collective. Collective. The card came out already. Great diviner. The universe is keeping you at bay. The universe is you are in alignment with the universe. I guess because you're in your Nine of Pentacles energy, you're heading for your Ten of Pentacles, and you are just living as joyous and, you know, sending out as much positive energy as you can. Maybe because of that, the universe is like, yeah, we're not gonna let you run amok. But nothing is impossible. Like I said, you're the expert of your life. You're gonna know who this resonates with, and you're gonna know when to move and when not to move. And I suggest, you didn't ask me, but I suggest you keep yourself with yourself. Focus on whatever you got going on, and don't let anything distract you. Okay? It said snake, and it said addictions. Though an addict can literally ruin your life. Literally. And addiction could be anything. It could be gambling, which is probably one of the most easiest ones. because people, that one goes the most unnoticed, the most unchecked. Okay, obviously drugs, obviously alcohol. It could also be, because we've seen the sex card at least twice, sex. They could be addicted to sex. And you know what that brings? Okay, I don't need to say anything else. I don't need to preach to you. You're going to take care of yourself. I trust that. Okay, collective? Thank you for being here with me. This was supposed to be a fun little kiki. Oh, I didn't pull. Let's see what we got. H, X, J, T, 7, W, 9, 4, and 0. That's it. If any of these things make sense, let me know, or don't. But keep your head on a swivel. Be the emperor. Be the emperor. And if you can't be the emperor, be the king of swords. Be smart. Protect yourself. Okay? Okay. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.